I love great conversations. Hi, my name is Angel Jones. Thank you for joining me on 12-minute convos where I help you create a brand of your own unique, real self. Listen in as I have conversations with amazing people from all over the world. Good day, Andres Escobar. How are you going on this wonderful, beautiful day?
I am doing great. Got the family out the door. That's one of my first tasks in the morning, and then I get to do what I got to do.
Love that. Yeah, tell us, what part of the world are you in right now?
I'm in Florida, South Florida. That's in the United States, and I think it's pretty well known, Florida, just because of Mickey Mouse. So.
Yeah. Yeah, thankful for Mickey Mouse, most definitely.
And maybe Pitbull as well, maybe.
Yeah. Pitbull is new, right? Yeah, Pitbull is definitely new. Yeah, wonderful. Well, you do have a haircut like Pitbull, right?
Yes, and I'm actually letting it grow. This is done in November, so it's a no shave November. So
Sweet.
I really letting it grow on the top. So see, I like to switch things up a little bit.
Yeah. Well, then do tell us which of your talents is responsible for us connecting.
I truly believe that the ability to just be open to new relationships and just being able to see what is possible. You never know that one connection that because we connected on social media, that one connection can lead to possibilities and opportunities that you never know.
Yeah, never know. You never know. No, it can be daunting. It can be something that may cause fears for some, right?
For sure.
Like who did
Not
you
natural.
It isn't, right? Especially where we're having this conversation, it's audio only, right? It's not like you're seeing me. But so who did you learn that skill from to be comfortable with the unknown?
So that has to be from my parents. I grew up with my mom. And what I hear from my father is that he was very social, like he was just very comfortable with people, and so my mom and my father. So that's basically learned from seeing, but also it's something like an innate nature that it just comes natural.
Let's talk about what you do via real estate, even as a speaker, please.
So my main focus is digital marketing right now.
Okay.
So real estate is something that I devoted about 10 years of my life to, starting as an investor, mortgage lender, and just different hats in the industry, honestly. And that basically allowed me to understand a little bit better who I was, and just trying things and filling things out with technology. I have a technology background, huge technology background, which led me to real estate. Real estate led me to medical field, and the medical field, just marketing and just understanding to develop relationships to be able to grow my current business right now is where I'm at. And it's basically, sometimes I get asked to speak, sometimes podcasts, and honestly, this is like my second podcast that I'm on, but it's great. It's just understanding yourself and being out there.
Yeah, pretty amazing stuff, Andres. Pretty amazing stuff. Now, there's something you spoke about in your bio that I just loved immediately when I saw it, right? I've never heard it too. It's like local SEO, right? Local SEO, like search engine optimization for those who do not know, right? Tell us about how you use local SEO.
Local SEO, so reputation reviews. We actually have a platform where we help businesses capture the reviews from their current clients. There used to be practices back in the day where you used to hire a company and they would get people to review the business, and that's totally unethical. Does not at all what I do. What I do is actually reach out via email, text messaging, sign-in platform at the business to be able to capture the client's reviews. Your clients, all businesses have clients that are happy with the services, and some aren't. But we want to capture and get that feedback, whether they're happy or not happy. And what we do is we help you promote the happy customers so you can attract more customers, and help you, not attack. The word's not attack, but actually confront and see what it is the people who had a negative review to you and help you filter that out so you don't have to promote that.
Yeah, pretty amazing. Now, you did have a podcast as well, right?
The podcast, it was not mine, but I produced the podcast. We did. It was a 3-month time that we worked on the podcast, and we basically had enough interviews. We didn't have as many as you, but we had 21 interviews to be able to in 1 month, and we just blasted them out. And I believe the podcast is still going. It's All In Podcast with Dan Giordano, and learned a lot. Learned a lot from our friend John Lee Dumas with his course, yeah. and it was interesting. It was interesting. I'm actually thinking on starting my own podcast.
Sweet. Sounds
great. Yeah. I have some people in the industry that I still keep in touch with, and you know, we'll see. It's a lot of things, bro. I don't know. my cup runneth over with in many ways, and just is so many things. But you know, I tend to get distracted, and I want to focus on some things first before get some goals accomplished before I move on to do a podcast.
Yeah, sounds good. I could understand that. Where's the best place for people to go to connect with you, Andres?
Instagram is the best place. I've stepped up my Instagram game tremendously. My goal is to do 2 to 3 posts a day with hashtags, and I'm just being authentic and transparent. Like that's you color me transparent. That's my color. Transparent, baby.
I love that. Color me transparent. What are you at on Instagram?
It is local local.marketing.esco. So local.marketing.esco.
Super. Well, do tell me one other thing that you've done consistently over the last 3 years.
The last 3 years, for sure. So the last 3 years, what I've done consistently is try different opportunities. Basically, it's challenging and it keeps me on my toes. You know, it's just a way to make sure that I broaden my horizons. And then once I figure out what's really working, then I'll focus on that. But I'll always give something a try. That as long as it fits within my value system and it relates to my ultimate goal, I will definitely give it a try. And that's basically what I've done. I mean, for longer than 3 years. And you know, it's just who I am, just naturally.
How does that make you feel?
You know, like I said, it keeps me on my toes. It definitely it keeps me learning new things. I don't think that I would be the person who I am if I didn't try new things. And you know, I'm very intuitional. I'll jump. And you know, it's funny because I married somebody who's not. So she keeps me balanced, and you know, I'm able to, you know, kind of bounce things off of her and helps me kind of, okay, you know what, I should evaluate that opportunity a little bit more, a little bit longer. So yeah.
What would you suggest to someone that's listening, someone that's similar to you in personality type, do what you've done by creating that balance all the way through?
You know, I would say sometimes we get caught up in these aspirations, these big goals, and we think that we should start somewhere close to that. But I think starting in the bottom has its merit, because you get to learn a lot of the functionality of anywhere. So, you know, the most important thing is, are you working in an environment that makes sense, that connects with your values? And if you are, who cares where you start? You know, but if you believe in it, and I think you have to believe in it, that's 100% all day long. I mean, in sales that I find myself in a lot, if I don't believe in the product, then I'm not going to sell. I'm not going to do a great job.
Yeah.
So I think believing in what you're doing has to be the most important thing. And if you lost that belief, then, I'm not saying jump ship. I'm saying, bounce things off somebody that's a counterpart that can help you evaluate things. We're not in this life alone. We weren't born alone. We didn't just exist. We're not God, So I definitely think that we're not here to live life alone. And I think we're in this day and age, we're stuck behind a screen, and we're stuck thinking that we are alone, and this is only happening to me, and how come, and this and that. I don't care who you are. We all have these contradicting thoughts that pull us back. And I hope I answered your question.
You did, yeah. I think the individual that's sitting in the park listening to what you're saying, or even walking or driving right now, yeah, I think you did. You definitely did. Amazing audience. We are live with Andres Escobar. You could definitely check him out. As he said, check him out on Instagram at local.marketing.esco, esco, if you would. And just let's switch gears for a moment. It's like Esco. It's like the first part of Escobar, right?
Correct.
Let's switch gears for a moment now, and let me invite you into my time machine that is surrounded with beautiful, warm, blue Caribbean water. Andres, what is your earliest childhood memory?
I love it. I actually went there with you, man. I love it. And my earliest childhood memory is riding around in my police electric car or motorcycle, and just in the corridors of the outside of my apartment. And I was 2, maybe 3 years old.
Why do you think it's okay?
Yeah. I have no idea. I have no clue. I really don't have a clue why it's so clear. And it has to be because it was a fun memory for me. But it's what? I've had to have been like three or four. Sorry, it must have been 3 or 4. Memory sometimes stands out more when it's in pain. And I'm thinking about, that's basically the time where my father left my mom, and it could have been because of that. It could have been with that. I know that it's a painful memory, because like fun memories and stuff, they're cool, but the ones that stand out the most, I don't know, it is actually real, are the painful ones. And yeah.
Can I offer an interpretation to the thought picture you created in my mind?
Sure.
I love
Please.
the idea of what you're doing, even with the idea of local SEO and the value that brings, even getting away from the computer, understanding that you're not alone. And I like the connecting of the dots where you're in the corridor, right? On the police motorcycle, riding around free in the corridors of time, if you would. Just in the community, in that model of freedom that can exist in the lives. I mean, the police officer definitely rides around pretty freely, right? Like certain rules just don't apply, right? Like traffic rules, cutting in and out, if there's an emergency, need be, whatever that looks like. But I like the idea of the freedom that you would have had just at that particular time, the freedom that you gravitate to even now.
Yeah. I think I was with somebody too. I think I was with a friend, a young friend as well. So that's beautiful. I love it, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, you're welcome. If we fast forward to when you were 12, what was your favorite song?
Oh my goodness. At 12 years of age, I visited Colombia. From leaving at 2 years of age, I went back when I was 12. And it was a Spanish song, and it was Caballo Viejo.
Right, which means?
And old horse.
Right.
And it was talking about the old horse, he's tired and this and that, and the young horse and this and that. And it's I don't know, it's a fun song. I liked it. I liked the rhythm. And so
cool. Good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not the typical. It's not your typical answer.
Which is cool. Yeah. I've heard a few answers. You're good.
I bet.
Well, we've arrived at our destination. But before we get off of this time machine, there's a small declaration form. So it's yes or no, possibly a bit more. We're going to move pretty quickly here. Are you ready?
Sure.
Andres, have you chosen someone to pass on your skills to?
I guess my children. So I haven't chosen somebody, but I've been given somebody. How about that?
Oh, I like that. Love that. All right. So you said you're married. She's definitely the equator she's the neutral. She's the one that brings balance, right?
Balance,
Yeah,
100%.
there we go. Do you have two children? Do you have
Yes.
two children? Yeah. All right. Do you
Yes,
believe in God?
I do wholeheartedly.
Do you have an inner circle of friends?
Inner circle of friends, I do. I have
Uh,
an inner circle of friends. Yes.
what about TV? Do you watch TV for more than 3 hours a day?
You know, more than 3 hours a day. No, I don't. I don't think I do. Oh, you know what? It depends. Depends on the day. And it's one of my vices.
Yeah.
TV is one of my vices,
How
and we
much?
all have. And,
Yeah.
and I love the question is, I can't believe you guys. It's like asking a drug addict, hey, do you do drugs? It's like not a normal question, but it's actually it's funny because it's an okay addiction. It's like, oh, if you watch 3 hours of TV a day, there's something wrong. Honestly,
No, I don't think so. I wouldn't say
really,
that. Yeah, I wouldn't say that.
really,
No. TV
no,
does different things in different aspects. Like,
really.
it's cool. Like, I wouldn't say watching TV for 3 hours a day. This is me, right? And this is me
Sure,
actually answering back. Like, I really try not to
perfect.
answer back, but it's just like I
No,
wouldn't say
please.
that because for some, hey, if inspiration comes from looking at TV, then it works, right?
It does.
Yeah, so yeah, it's really a question. But if it isn't something that really brings inspiration for you, and you know it's a waste of time, then check. Like just check it.
But so this is what and I love that because I've actually attacked. This is a subject that's big to me. I believe it's artificial fulfillment. If you're looking to TV for fulfillment in a certain something aspect in your life, TV will, yes, inspire you 100%. And I remember when I was young, I used to argue. I was like, I'm learning, Mom. I'm learning from TV. Look what I just learned. This is, I mean, and it's real. It's true. It's true.
Yeah,
But I think anything in excess
exactly.
is
Yes.
bad. And I think if you say 3 hours a week, I think you're good. I
Okay.
think that's but a day for me, 3 hours a day for me is too much. I know if and but the thing is, to me, it depends on your normal. That might be your normal. Like that might be
Exactly.
the way you actually, relax. And some people, have a drink, or some people will read a book. Some people will, and that's just it. It's
It is
my
what it
normal is
is.
not somebody else's normal. I'm not here to judge anyone.
Right.
Listen, but it's I know who I am, and I know if I'm watching too much TV, I'm not at my peak performance, and I'm not going at it at full potential. So for me, that's it. That's real. But
Yeah.
for somebody else, it can be just that they're able to do the peak performance, and they're happy with life
Yeah.
because they're aware of what makes them happy, and that's it.
Yeah.
So
Love it.
100%, bro. I 100%. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
After 1,001 conversations in 3 months, I came up with a workbook. The name of it is called Yours, and it stands for your own unique real self. And the idea is you answer questions that help you discover your own unique real statement, which is equivalent to your mission. If you had to share with us your own unique real statement, a statement that represents Andres Escobar, what would you say that is?
I'm here to serve. I'm here to help. I'm here to impact my surrounding environment. I'm not here to save the world. I'm here to do my part in that bigger scope.
Love that. Hey, Andres, this was a
Yes,
great
brother.
pleasure, my friend. Before
Yes.
you leave, is there anything else you'd like to share with our amazing audience?
I just keep pursuing your passions, your dreams. Write them down, and you'll find them at the right moment. And stay in the battle. Stay in the battle.
Keep fighting.
Keep fighting.
Love
Yes.
it. Love it. Andres Escobar, thank you, my friend, for being on what is inspired by 12-minute convos with Angel Jones.
Angel, thank you.
Thank you for being on 12-minute convos with Angel Jones. Stay tuned for more from our advertisers.
Diabetes is a mountain pandemic. It's a disease that's not acute but chronic. Similar to this rhyming method, I have simplified the definition, the signs and symptoms, and the complications of diabetes for both adults and children in my books, Poems for Patients, A Focus on Diabetes, and The ABCs of Diabetes for Children. These books are available on Amazon.com And for more information, you can visit my website, poemsbyaj.com. That's poemsbyaj.com.